Boxing on Channel 5. Defending his name, his legacy. Harlem Eubank. Battling his way up the super lightweight rankings. Can he remain undefeated? Big Fight Live. Eubank versus Uruzquieta. Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
Razavan IFL TV proudly sponsored by Everlast. With me on Zoom, the knowledge Spencer Fearon. Spencer, it's been, what, 15, 16 hours since Anthony Joshua was win over Jermaine Franklin. I know you was there. Your overall reaction and thoughts on his performance?
My overall, after going home and watching the fight, I saw Anthony Joshua do a lot of good things. I mean, a lot of good things. People say, what are you talking about? Because he never got a win and all the rest of it. But I saw him do a lot of good things. You know what I mean? The little blocking, the little defensive work and everything else. But Anthony Joshua's mantra is to stay hungry and stay humble, right? I'm seeing the humble bit. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the humble bit. I'd like to see the hungry bit. I'd like to see him be a little bit more definitive with his work, and to fight with more urgency. It's all right for anybody else to say, oh, I'm going to go box and get 12 rounds out and win a fight. You know what I mean? Franklin's very, very good. I knew this going into the fight. But when I was saying, like, if Anthony Joshua doesn't knock him out in 6 rounds, he should retire, because it seems like everybody's scared to speak their mind because they don't want to be seen as a hater. Everybody. I don't want to call no names because I know the conversations I've had this morning to the conversations that what are going out generally. And Anthony Joshua has to come better than that if he's going to go anywhere in the heavyweight division. He's got to do better than that. And that's the truth. And yep, it's mad that everything you do is on the world stage, that people are going to scrutinize and say everything else. I regard Anthony Joshua as more than a friend. When we speak more than friendship, right? But with it, my problem is I can't do this lying thing. I can't do it, man. You know what I mean? I can't. I got to just take, like, for what I expected. When him teaming up with Derek James, right? I'm saying, yes, now we're just going to see a killer go in there and just punch up, man, and show you, look, you don't deserve to be there with me. So there is either a mental blockage there via Anthony Joshua, right? Or he personally has just had enough of boxing and he's doing it because that's where he got the bag from, right? And I hope that Anthony Joshua listens to this, right? And I also got to say, a big up to Benga, his cousin, because Benga said, what did you think, Spence? And I was like, boy, I weren't too impressed with that. And he broke it down for me, saying, like, the stuff that he did do well, which was nice. Because when I went home and watched the fight again, I saw the stuff that Anthony Joshua did do well. If it was anybody else, we wouldn't be that harsh. But we know there's a massive weight of expectation on his shoulders, and it's very difficult.
Spence, I don't mean to compare careers of Anthony Joshua and David Price, but there was a situation in David Price's career where he had those back-to-back defeats to Tony Thompson, and he almost wasn't the same fighter afterwards. And yesterday, Joshua seemed very tentative in throwing that right hand, throwing combinations. People say he hasn't been the same since Klitschko/Ruiz. Other people, Dominic Ingalls, said that he's probably already peaked. Where are you with this kind of with these comments that others have made?
I'm saying it could be a mix of all of those things, right? It could be a mix of all of those things. Anthony Joshua is a uniquely blessed human being, right? But when you're blessed, you're blessing. This is what people have to understand about a blessing from the Most High, right? When you're blessed, your blessings do not run out. They don't stop. They stop when you stop. We as human beings stop our blessings, right? What else is there for Anthony Joshua to prove? What? Let's be real. What is there for him to prove? He's got a lot of money in the bank, right? He's stable, secured his family, his close family. He's still healthy. He's not fatigued, and if it's not all about money though, right? And he still has legacy. He's a two-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. Now, regardless how things have changed to the grounding of boxing, he's accomplished a hell of a lot. So because he's accomplished a hell of a lot, maybe he could either roll off into the sunset and say, ha, 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 right? Or you're going to continue to do it, but continue to do it for the right reasons. Because I'm telling you now, the interviews that we're getting from certain people, how they're talking, it's like there's only a few people being real. You know what I mean? Because they say, well, he's such a nice guy, we don't want to upset him. So we're going to talk this bullshit. You know what I mean? Now, I've done this back to my mates thing. They ain't got me too far, right? I just speak my mind. I'm just keeping this thing 100. And everything that I'm saying, I'm speaking out of a position of love and not trying to demean anybody, right? Anthony Joshua needs to stop giving the haters an excuse. Last night's performance, he was giving haters an excuse for them to say, nah, he's done. Nah, he's this, nah. And it wasn't that. I was just, you linked with Derek James, and I was just saying, right, you're just going to obliterate this guy just to shut up everyone. But me saying that, I'm saying that from a standpoint of greedy reasons for myself. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Anthony Joshua don't want it no more. He's just doing it because that's what he knows to do at this present moment in time. Until he goes and finds something else.
Spencer, a lot of people say if that was Fury in there last night with him, that it could have been career devastating for Anthony Joshua. Eddie Hearn, Joshua have called out Fury and said we want to fight for that WBC belt. Is he ready to take on someone like Tyson Fury next?
He wouldn't fight the same as he did yesterday, right? But Eddie Hearn's own admission that Tyson Fury would be a big favorite going into that fight, right? I'm going to be real with this. Has Anthony Joshua reached the end of this thing, and what they're going to do now, they're going to cash out on him, right? I wouldn't be surprised right now if Eddie Hearn's not on the phone to Francis and George Warren, trying to make that fight, right? Thinking like, boy, because possibly if there was anybody else in there than a Jermaine Franklin, Anthony Joshua could have ended up becoming second best. And I'm just going to be real. I don't want to see Anthony Joshua get hurt. I genuinely got love and respect for him, right? Genuinely got love and respect for him. But the next thing, did you not see ringside? Freddie Cunningham had his hand in his head. He had his head in his hand. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No.
Right? Yeah. I got a phone for Clifton Mitchell. Clifton Mitchell said, "Did you see that?" And I'm saying like, because they know that wasn't the performance that they were looking for. Let's be real. I'm just going to be real. That wasn't the performance I was looking for. It wasn't. But I am going to take the positives from it. And the positives were that Anthony Joshua did some good things that the trained eye could see. Because I was sat with Tunde, and there was a lot of guys saying behind me saying what Anthony Joshua should be doing, what he should be doing. And I'm listening to it. And I do say to in my head, bless these people, you know? I just believe that what we saw yesterday from Anthony Joshua is still showing me that he's a work in progress. And it's mad that someone's been a professional fighter and accomplished everything that he's done, and he's still a work in progress. Then when are you going to be the progress of the work? You know? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult because when you speak, oh yeah, Spencer's just hating. Hating for what? What am I hating for? Do you know what I mean? I have to just say it how it is. And I believe okay, I'll come down in 1 second, Mama. All right? Right. I just believe that I don't know what to believe now. You know what I mean?
Spence, you made some comments earlier in the week, and you said that if Anthony Joshua doesn't get rid of Jermaine Franklin, I believe you said within 6 rounds, he should retire. A lot of people are pulling you up on this now. Do you stand by that? Should he retire?
No. Right? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I did see him trying things in there. But what Anthony Joshua needs to say is, listen to me. What puts me head and shoulders above everybody else is not my technicalities, because all that technical stuff, what you should have learned, you should have done that 10 years ago. You should have been, there should have been, that work should have been in progress then, right? What I am saying is this. I truly believe that Anthony Joshua is going to bang out Jermaine Franklin. And I'll said that more as a motivation because I know you're going to listen to what I say, right? And there's a lot of people who are who are around AJ, these little bitches who don't know nothing about boxing. You can't chat to me on this thing. Well, oh yeah, see, Spence was trying to diss AJ, you know, because he said he should bang him out in or he should retire. People don't understand from the position of where I was saying what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, you, big Anthony Joshua, if you have any smidgens of regaining a heavyweight championship of the world, going in there with Tyson Fury, going in there with Deontay Wilder, going in there even with Joe Joyce, you're meant to bang out this guy and make a statement. Now ask yourself this. What would Joe Joyce have done to Franklin yesterday? Done. Right. You're nodding because you're right. What would Deontay Wilder have done to Franklin last night? And there's no disrespect, I rate Franklin. What would Tyson Fury have done to Franklin last night? Spare me, man. You know what I mean? And what I've also realized is, like, he's just a bogeyman, because I've noticed, like, his two best performances are against guys, Dylan White and Anthony Joshua, who have both come off of losses. Right? And I'm putting that in perspective as well. But, you know, fair play to him. I mean to Franklin, because he boxed a really smart fight. And you know what? And the next thing I'm saying, I'm glad that he's suing Dimitri Salita as well. How about that one? I'm glad you're getting sued. That's right. I'm glad.
Spence, appreciate your time. I know it's Sunday afternoon, family time for yourself. I'll give you a buzz, hopefully.
I'm so tired. Yeah, I mean, I was up late. Me and Tundi were being serenaded at Sukra in the O2, eating the best steaks. Big up Anthony Yard as well, man. I got a lot of time for Anthony, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be real with you, yeah? You're going to think I'm crazy. I'm going to end in this. I believe that Anthony Yard would have knocked out Jermaine Franklin yesterday. I've said it. I like that.
Spence, we'll catch up during the week. Spencer Fearon, IFL TV. Thank you very much.
Right, the bouncer's guilty. This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.